Forget the Fiat. Forget the Vespa. Forget the Ferrari. The best way of getting around Italy is by e-bike. Today we're house hunting in the Baroque city of Nardò, where we'll explore the town and the breathtaking coastline on the Ionian Sea by bicycle. So bring your appetite and get ready to tour two Italian dream homes, one in the city and the other on the sea. Andiamo! I'm back in the photogenic city of Nardò with its 30,000 inhabitants. It combines everything you need to live la Dolce vita. Beautiful architecture, great people, great cuisine, closeness to the coast, and, a personal criteria of mine, bicycle friendliness. I just love being able to go everywhere I need to in my day-to-day on a bike. And so today, we'll talk about that. You show a house by the sea. My dream home is right on the water. Anyway, you can tour a home in a town by the sea. Find a home with a seaside view. I dream of owning a home in Italy on the shore. Okay, so I get it. You want to see a home by the sea and a home in a city, which is nearby to the sea. We're gonna make that happen today. But first, let's have some breakfast. Okay, so let's get to it. We are in Nardò, the beautiful Nardò. We've been here several times and I'm staying firm to my assertion that it's one of the most underrated towns in Puglia. And I love it because it has this beautiful historical center and you're nearby to the beach. And I think this is a great combination. However, it does kind of leave a bit of a dilemma because you're not on the beach. And in order to get there, you have to either drive or you have to take a bus. The bus, you know, I don't know how trustworthy that is, I've never done it, but driving down there, in the summer months especially, is particularly difficult because you have so many people wanting to go down to that location, which is very sought after. And so e-bike, I think, really fills in the gap because it's a 3 to 4 kilometer ride down there. But at the same time, you're being powered by a beautiful electric motor. And that's, I think, a bit better than a Vespa, which is heavier, costs more, you have maintenance, you have to fill it up with gas, although there are electric ones. But there is something to be said for, I think, in pedaling. You do have other places which are right on the shore, like Otranto, Gallipoli, Castro, but you don't really have a big town center if you're there. They are gorgeous places. And yeah, so that's why I think an e-bike is a great way to get around Nardo. I've been meaning to make a video about the topic of using a bike in Italy for a while now, and today is the perfect opportunity. Thanks to the sponsor of the video, Engue. I've been using their newest model, the P275 Pro, for over a week now, and I'm sincerely in love with it. First, it's elegant, with a minimalist design, and I found it very comfortable for daily riding. Impressively, using its Eco Pedal Assist mode, you can cover 260 kilometers on a single charge, so you'd only have to charge once a week. It has a Bafang mid-drive motor, which makes pedaling even up and down hills effortless. It's as modern a bike as they come, with hydraulic disc brakes, puncture-resistant reflective tires, and a cozy, easily adjustable saddle. And I really loved the chainless design. No more greasy hands or legs. It uses instead a carbon drive belt, which is smooth, quiet, and maintenance-free. Oh, and price-wise, it's the longest range e-bike priced below 2,000 euros. Click the link below to have a chance to win one of 5 P275 Pros, along with 100 other gifts, or to purchase your own with a €300 discount off the original price. So we've made it to the first house. This is a very special house, and I'm excited to show you this one because there's not too many houses that are fully finished and finished as well as this house is, because it's really beautifully furnished. The furnishings can be sold with the house, so it's included in the price. It's big. It has a guest suite downstairs, and it has absolutely gorgeous views and absolutely very unique terraces, which we'll see. So let's go on up. I'm going to close my bike and let's see what you think about this.
So we are right across from the old city wall of the historic center of Nardò. This is a ground floor and first floor, 170 square meters total, and it's 398,000 euros asking price. So this is the entryway. As you can see, beautifully revealed stone on that barrel vaulted ceiling, and we have the breathtaking cementine tiles in the old style across the floor. As we enter in, you can see that the first floor and the ground floor are completely independent. And what has been done here is basically a studio, kind of a little guest studio has been created here in this space. It comes with a complete kitchen, bathroom, and you have that loft being the bedroom. Now it also has that door in the back, which is an independent entrance from the street to the back as well. You'll immediately see that the materials used in the renovation are of really good quality, both the tiles and the stone used across this bathroom kitchen setup. And just a quick look onto that independent entrance there in the back. So this could be a perfect solution, not only for having a guest, but if you wanted to rent out this lower space while living in the upper space. It's also very luminous with these windows and that black steel framing, which I love. And this is the loft with the bed. So this would be the bedroom for this studio space. This space does have its own autonomous air conditioning and heating as well. So it is very much usable throughout the year. And from here, we'll head upstairs. This apartment is characterized, I think, by the open spaces that it has and its easy access to the many terraces which kind of go across the whole structure. So we're going up the stairs now to the first floor, and we've already encountered one of the first terraces. This terrace looks over that back street. This is the type of house that, with the amount of terraces and access to the exterior you have, you can be living outside maybe 6 months out of the year. That is the air conditioning unit of the independent studio that we saw downstairs. This stairway and entryway leads into the first floor noble apartment, which we'll head into now. And this is characterized by these stone floors, which are gorgeous, the very high star vaulted ceilings, and the amount of light coming into every single one of the rooms. So from the hallway, we entered into the kitchen. You can see there the very high ceilings. It has an island in the middle with a stone countertop. And behind me is the actual cooking area. This has all the modern amenities that a modern kitchen would have, and it's in a traditional Apulian space. This leads us into the stunning living room. Once again, lots of light coming in and very high star vaulted ceilings. This is a very picturesque space. The use of this black steel on the framing of the windows is throughout the house. To my right, we have this ample closet space inbuilt into the wall. This is a very good use of space. You have the window behind it, and it isn't closed off at the top, so light is able to get everywhere into the living room. The relationship between the exteriors and interiors of this apartment are very interesting. You have so much light coming in that when you're inside, you almost feel like you're outside. And when you're outside on those terraces, which we'll see in a bit, you almost feel like you're inside. So this is the master bedroom. Once again, we have the very high ceilings. If you've noticed, the doors and the fixtures are the historical ones, and they've been gorgeously renovated. This house is being sold furnished, so the wonderful work they did furnished with the apartment will be included in any eventual purchase and sale. Of course, everything is heated. You have a modern heating system. And this master bedroom takes us into this beautiful bathroom. So here everything is done in this cement stone style. I must say it's a perfect use of the space. They were able to fit in 2 showers. So you have 2 showers here in the back. Beautifully executed. Everything is open. So you have light coming in onto every single one of the spaces. And coming around to the back, you'll see that there's a bathtub built into the stone. Once again, beautifully executed, very aesthetic, and very tasteful. And then on this side of the structure in the middle, you do have cubby spaces. Once again, very high, perfect use of space in this area, and very, very light. And coming here to the right, it's from here that we'll enter into this center terrace, which I think is the jewel of the crown of this apartment. This is what's called a loggia in Italian, and it's basically a terrace closed off by columned arches or porticos. This is very Mediterranean, and this gives a very interesting dynamic to the apartment. It's that sensation that I was mentioning before when you're in the living room. This is an outdoor space, but you feel like you're in an indoor space. And so this is very much so a dining area when you have good weather, which is most of the year. And from here, you're looking out onto that other side of the street is actually the city walls of Nardo, which most of the buildings have actually have integrated into their structure. You can see you have some of the geometry of the arches on the outside. And the painting was done really, really well with these yellows and reds. This brings us then into this second living space. This is currently being used as the living room. Of course, this can be adjusted and used as a second bedroom in the apartment as well, if desired. Here the star vaulted ceilings are painted in blue. Beautifully done. You have 3 big doors letting in light to the loggia to the right, another terrace to the left, and that's that front balcony in the front. Behind me is the kitchen. So this has direct access to the kitchen. And it also has access to this terrace. This terrace is also accessible via that main hallway that we entered into before turning into the kitchen. So this has 2 accesses to it. It is a very big terrace, once again with the views looking out onto the historical center of Nardo. This has an outdoor shower, a sink, and in that closet space you have washer and dryer. Now these are the stairs leading up to the rooftop terraces, which we have as well. The stonework has all been redone, it's been painted, you have the light fixtures integrated into the walls, and everything is perfectly renovated. You really don't have to do anything to this apartment. It's been wonderfully renovated, very respectful of the architecture. And you can see here from the top, we have even better views onto the historical center of Nardo. This is a portion of the historical city walls, which I believe date back to the 1400s. Views of the castle, views of some of the churches there. And this is the rest of that rooftop terrace. We do have this elevated center platform on which a jacuzzi or hot tub can be installed, or something else, including shading, tables and chairs. And of course, we have storage space here to the right, which is often overlooked in renovations, but the importance of storage space cannot be understated. So from here, we have a 360-degree panoramic view of Nardo. I must say I was very impressed with this apartment.
So that was house number 1. Very interesting, very beautiful. But now we're going to head to the coastline, Santa Caterina, and we're going to be passing through Mansions Row on the way there. Let's go. So I did want to show you, I've been using it all day on boost. You know, you have these various settings. Economy is great if you don't want to use a lot of battery, but I like boosting it. We're starting off with 93% battery, and we're going to go about 4 kilometers to the coast. Let's see how much battery I end up using.
Heading from Nardò to its coastline not only brings you through olive groves and pine forests, but also the historic neighborhood of Cenate, where local nobility built breathtaking palaces in the 17 and 1800s. These are monumental villas with botanical gardens and eclectic architecture, some Moorish, others Liberty style, and others even neoclassical. This is a historic road from Roman times, connecting the important towns of this area of Salento. After a smooth 20-minute bike ride, we arrived at the seaside locale of Santa Caterina, right on the Ionian Sea.
So just so you see, I am now at 89%. We've basically arrived on location. So I've used 4% battery, which is not bad because it was about 5 kilometers and I was unboosted the entire time. So the house that we're going to be seeing is right across the way, right over there. And we're right on the sea. Really, really special location at Santa Caterina. Let me show you this. There's also stairs going directly down into the from the house. You cross the street and there's stairs going directly down into the water. Andiamo.
So this is our home on the sea. We're right behind the pine grove and the defensive tower of Santa Caterina. Behind us and in front of us, we are facing the Ionian Sea. And a very interesting aspect of this house is the stairway coming directly down into the sea, basically from directly in front of the house. This is a rocky shore, but that also means that you won't have hordes of tourists in front of your house if it were, you know, a big sandy beach. So this is a very calm part of Santa Caterina. You do have beautiful water here. It's crystalline, very transparent, beautiful, paradise-like conditions here. This was a stupendous winter day, and I was almost tempted to go for a swim even now. But we'll head back up into the house, climbing up the stairs, so you have a good view here of it coming up. And so the biggest benefit of this house is your access to the water and to the shore. Nardò has a very long shoreline, starting from the natural park of Porto Salvaggio, going down to Santa Caterina, and from Santa Caterina basically until the beaches of Gallipoli. You have a wonderful cycle lane and access to both seaside towns along with sandy beaches further down. So this is our home. We enter into the ground floor. We are up at the second floor. Here you have 2 spaces for parking and downstairs basement space for storage. But we'll head right up. And I'll start with a couple of practical remarks about the apartment. It's currently a 2-bedroom apartment. It's 160 square meters. The asking price is 590,000 euros. And like I said, you have 2 parking spots, you have the basement space, and you're looking right on the Ionian Sea and this privileged location of Santa Caterina, which is part of Nardò. So we will enter in, and you can see how this house is divided. You have the night area with the bedrooms to the right, that kitchen in front, and then we have this massive living area here to the left. And that's what we'll enter into now. This area is the one that's facing right out onto the sea in front of us. It is a very big space, and I must say that it is very well kept. This is a modern apartment, and so it comes equipped with heating, with air conditioning, and everything is overall in very good condition. This is a perfect summer residence home. You can obviously rent this out. And here's a view from this front balcony onto the sea and onto this beautiful view of blue skies, blue seas, and Santa Caterina. The fresh sea air is something that unfortunately couldn't be captured with this home tour, but I can guarantee you was absolutely refreshing. So we will head back in here. You can see that we have two different entrances into this living room, one coming from that hallway from before and the second coming from the kitchen. This is a modern kitchen, recently installed, and it is in good condition. You do have plenty of space to use it also as a dining area, as you do have another table here in the middle, or if you wanted to renovate it further to make an even more modern kitchen with an island and set it up to your desire. And then we have the night quarters here with 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. This is a modern construction, so you're not going to have the star vaulted ceilings, but everything is practical. Everything is in perfect working condition. This is a house on a sea and not in a historic center. And so obviously each type of house has its own history and use. So this is bedroom number 1. You have plenty of space in here to work with. And bedroom number 2. So basically we have a very practical solution for somebody looking to spend a large amount of time on the sea in a privileged location and overlooking the sea. So we will head upstairs because we do have access and shared use of the top floor, which is a beautiful terrace space. And from here you'll see we have gorgeous views of the Ionian Sea and the rest of this seaside locale of Nardo. We have 360-degree views of everything, so it's unblocked. This is the view of the back, and so that's the Ionian on that other side there. If you were to walk around here, going to the left, it would bring you into that main commercial area of Santa Caterina, where there's bars, cafes, restaurants, plenty of places to have local seafood, pizza, just a really stupendous location. And to the right here, we have that front view. You can see the tower there in the back and the Ionian Sea. So let me know what you think about these 2 homes. Like, subscribe, comment below. And a huge thanks to my Patreon members, the patrons of this channel. If you haven't yet, please check out my Patreon page and consider supporting this channel. A lot of work goes into it. Grazie e ciao!